This is the actual bulb that I just had in. It's got a fan on it, and it's quite bright. Oh. So as soon as I started driving it, it started getting darker outside. I started using the headlights, obviously. And here's the thing I really hate about this truck, car, whatever you want to call it, and the bloody headlight. Honestly, they are so bad. I think they're just badly designed or something. So they're a bit weak, and I've noticed they're a bit hazed, so I've polished them up, which sort of help. And I put some Osram night breakers in, which are quite good bulbs I used in the past. Helped them marginally a bit, but the beam pattern was just awful, like awful. No matter what bulbs I use, cheap, expensive, normal halogen bulbs, they're all trash. So I tried some LED bulbs. I know, stereotype out LED bulbs, you know, the crap, all sorts. I did a video about LED bulbs actually a few years ago. I'll link it in, comparing quite a lot of bulbs. And then I came across these are like mini projectors. So they actually take out the H4 bulb that's in your headlight and to project on its own, so it doesn't actually use the reflector that the car uses. See it there? That's its own projector. And as you can see, the beam pattern is spot on. I've literally never been flashed once. Everyone seems happy with it. It's just a bit finicky to install them. Well, I got one gripe with them. They work great for about half an hour. After that, they overheat. So I continue looking, and most of LED bulbs, even like Osram does a LED bulb. I think they're like 90 quid. Philips does a LED bulb as well. They're around 100 quid as well. They're all designed for projector headlights, not reflector headlights. So if you put one of them bulbs in your headlight, you're just going to end up blinding everyone. This is what it's going to look like if you did that. No, it might be bright, you might see, but everyone else around you will hate you, and that's it. Beam patterns are actually trash. In this, you actually can see, you high a bit and then you jump down so you don't blind incoming traffic. So I kept looking around. I actually like these bulbs a lot, but it's just they overheat too quickly, and that's it. They just become dimmer and dimmer. The high beams are amazing on this, you know. But the legality with LED lights, it's a bit of a grey area. Some people say you can't do it, some people you can't do it. As far as I can understand it, as long as your bulbs are bright enough and the beam pattern is according to the law, you're fine to go. You cannot modify your headlights, you know, put projectors in, but most MOT guys don't even check it. They just check for your beam pattern, as long as it's bright enough and your pattern is correct, like you can see here. You know, it's fine. So these bulbs were actually quite cheap. I think they were only like £30, and they work great. Honestly, they work great. You know, everything works as it should. No, I can adjust the height, but that's just annoying thing about them, that they overheat. I mean, they never actually shut off working. They just become dimmer and dimmer. That's how LEDs work, if you don't know. The hotter they get, the less power efficient they get. I had these on for now for about 10 minutes and I can slightly start to see that getting dimmer. It'll be quite hard to pick up on the camera. But I found another LED bulb that claims to be designed for reflector headlights. So I'm going to pop that in and see how that goes. So I bought another LED set that's from Novisite. They've got really good reviews everywhere. They're about £40 and they claim to be working with reflector headlights like this guy has. So I'm going to pop just one in and cover the other headlight and we can just see a comparison. So this is the actual bulb that I just had in. It's got a fan on it and it's quite bright. And that's all it is, this unit, that's all there is to it. But to install it, you unscrew this part, you install it as a normal bulb, and then you have to screw it in, and then you can adjust the angle on it, but you have to take that off again, and in that space it's just not fun at all. So but you can get it done, and as you can see, it's quite good. It's a shame how they won't overheat quickly and they just lose all the power they have. I'm going to pop in this one that I got and see how good it is. This one will be on the left. This actually doesn't have a name. I've seen them sell them different names, but there's no markings on it at all. There's not a single word. And then I bought the Novisite, which is going to be on the right, and the Novisite were about twice as expensive. So I can tell which is which. So the one on the left, you see it's like blue tinge, that's the mini projector. On the right is the Novisite, and I can say, oh, it's way bright. I'm going to cover the headlights so you can see the differences. So that's the mini projector, as you can see, and that's the Novisite. I mean, straight away you can see the difference, but in person, when you're looking at a car, this headlight looks better because you can only see the actual projector glowing, you know, just do fast globe. But in this one, because it's using the entire reflector, the entire headlight is lit up, but it's way brighter. The Novisite is way brighter. I'm going to put high beams on, and it's also more white. That's the mini projector high beam. That's the Novisite high beam. I would say the mini projector's got a slightly better high beam. So I'm actually quite surprised at how the result, because I didn't have much hope for them. So it's been about half an hour, and I would say they do dim down a bit, but I wouldn't say as much as the mini projectors. But I don't know if that's just me, you know, thinking to myself that they're brighter or not. So I'm gonna put in a regular halogen bulb on the left and see how that compares to, you know, the LED bulb, and see if it's better or worse than this. So, but I've noticed one thing: the Novisite is a way wider beam. As you can see, the mini projector, see that this area is all dark. The Novisite's got this area way brighter, so it's a wider field, much wider field than the mini projector. So I like that a lot about the Novisite. So on the left is the halogen, on the right is the Novisite, and let's see. I would say they're about the same brightness. It's just the halogen is warmer colour, obviously. But I'm gonna get a rag and cover, like, each headlight individually and see the difference. So this is what the car looks like from the front. Like, this seems much brighter because it's white. That's just the halogen, so I'm covering it up. It's the halogen, that's the LED. Obviously I need to align them. That's both. I think it's just more noticeable because, I don't know, to be fair. I think the halogen does a much better job, like, you're lining up the parts in front of you on the floor. But distance wise, the LED's got it. I'm going to try high beams and see. So that's the high beams, halogen only. It's pretty messy. That's the LED. Still messy but more uniform. That's high beams. But as you can see, the halogen does a much better job lighting up in front of you. So I think you could, you know, that headlight, this LED headlight is pointed slightly higher. I'm also recording this on my phone, so let me know if it's any better or worse quality than what I usually record on, which is a DJI Osmo Action 1. But yeah, I think I do like the LED more, but the thermal solution on it is just not great again. I like the mini projectors a lot as well. You know, that LED pattern is so nice. You know, it looks modern, everything. It makes your car look much nicer. But it's just the cooling is so poor on it. If they improve the cooling on it, it would be a great product. The Novisite is the same issue. You know, when you first put it on, it's so stupidly bright. As soon as it warms up, it dims down a bit. It's not as bad as the mini projectors. I might get my hands on the Osrams, which are quite expensive, but I think for now I'm going to stick with the Novisite LEDs and see how that goes. Halogen do much better job at lighting up, like, ground area, because I think it's just aiming a bit lower. But other than that, I think kind of hard to decide. It's most on the preference. Alright, let me know what you think. If you have any recommendations for what LED bulbs or headlights I should try, post them in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one.